Hey everybody! Welcome to
Hi!
another episode of Hijinks and Dungeon World.
Wow!
We'll play Dungeon World live stream with QueueTimes.
Cute times.
With QueueTimes. If this is your
In
first
cute
time,
times such as these.
okay. If this is your first time joining us, this is a continuous campaign. It's a little mini series we're doing. Generally, the main stake for Hijinks and Handlebars, which is what we used to be and will return to at some point, was a Kids on Bikes campaign. That is sort of akin to like Stranger Things for tabletop. That campaign was continuous. It ran for 50 episodes. It is not finished, but we used to play live with each other, and now we are remote. And when we switched to remote, we decided to also switch systems and games and kind of move on to something else, just because we didn't like trust ourselves with like the technical sides of things and like figuring this out, and we didn't want to continue with the main continuity without knowing what we were doing. So we're going to be doing this for a while. This is a mini series Dungeon World with this episode 14.
I think that's right.
I think
14.
that's right.
I think it's 14.
Yes. But you can find all of the previous videos for this campaign and also the Kids on Bikes campaign on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. The Kids on Bikes campaign is in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars, and this is in a playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. Hijinks and Handlebars is also bit.ly/handlestream, capital H, capital S. This is bit.ly/dunjinks, capital D, lowercase unjinks. Cool. All right, with that out of the way, thank you so much. We do this every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Hello, Jerslinsky in the chat.
Hey, Jared.
Thank you for joining us. And if you want to jump in right here, that's fine. I'll do a little bit of a recap at some point, and we can go from there.
I told him everything earlier.
Great.
It's okay.
Well, I just meant in general.
Yes, I know. Well, just for Jared, you know.
So with that said, this show is brought to you by QueueTimes. I want to thank QueueTimes for hosting us and for all of the things they do behind the scenes to help us continue to have a show, especially in these times of social distancing. And also, I want to thank Hunters Entertainment. They publish Kids on Bikes. I'm not thanking them just because they publish Kids on Bikes, but also because they gave me a dice set with skulls on it, and also a backpack. Both of them Kids on Bikes branded, so I really appreciate that. I want to thank all the artists who did artwork for us throughout the time that we've been doing these shows. Our very own Tiny Mato for so much of the art here. Woo! And then also we had Shan Murphy, and also Shannon, and also Sarah Baker. Yes, cool. Anybody know any of their handles? I know Shannon's. So
I know Sarah's.
Okay, I'll do Shannon's on Instagram at Shanyon Canyon, SHANYONCANYON, and
Sarah's is SDAV Baker, SDAVBAKER.
And Shan Murphy on Twitter is at Hey Shan Murphy, HEYSHANMOURPHY. No, MURPHY. I don't know where that O came from.
MOURPHY.
Element of P.
Why did I do MOU? What words happened in it that I was thinking of?
Mouse.
Armoire. No, that's not even right. That's OI. Anyway.
Cool.
Mouse.
And then after that, I want to say we also have a tip jar, so you can do !coin in the chat, and that's a direct and actionable way that you can donate to the casts and the shows that QueueTimes hosts and produces. That's wonderful. Just !coin goes right to us. And then I feel like I'm missing like a big thing. Did I just like blow through something? I don't know. This show is like 99.98% improvised. So I can't exactly say what I'm going to say in this and what my players are going to say in this. So some things might come up that you yourself might find uncomfortable or triggering even. That said, we're not going out of our way to make you uncomfortable or to say like edgy stuff. In fact, we're doing the opposite. We're trying to do as much as we can to make this narrative accessible and comfortable for as many people as possible. But that said, if something comes up, we've had, just like a small thing like spiders. If that is something that you are uncomfortable with, I don't think there's going to be spiders in this episode, so you don't have to. If that is,
We do have a shapeshifter.
If that is something for you, well, we do have a shapeshifter.
Well, we had a shapeshifter.
Well,
I'm not so sure.
But above all else, just take care of yourself first and foremost. We're a show. You can come back to us if you feel like it at some point. But just if you're watching this live, shut the stream off if something like happens that you feel uncomfortable with. If it becomes one of those like kind of freeze situations, if you could just like get away from your computers, if you don't have like the wherewithal to mute it or to shut the screen off, like just walking away also works. But I just want you to take care of yourself before anything else. If you are interested, if something like that happens and you want to continue watching the show, just reach out to us on our Twitter or Instagram or something. That's at HandleStream, or my personal Twitter or Instagram. That's at KWilliamWhite. And just say like, hey, I want to keep watching the show. Couldn't get past this part. Don't mention that, but can you give me like sort of a synopsis? And we will do the best that we can to make sure that you can keep watching, because that's cool. If you're watching this stuff on YouTube, also leave comments, because I like to see those, and it's a really easy way for me to see what you have to say, and then I can respond to it, and it's really lovely and wonderful. Cool. Well, I think that's it for the opening thing. You know, I feel like John complimented my intro last time, and I just got in my head.
Yeah.
So with all of that said, I'm William, they, them, the GM for Hijinks and Dungeon World.
And I am Jonas, they, them, and I play the salamander immolator, oh sir, he, him, on Hijinks and
Hi, my name is Spencer LaBelle, they, them. I will be playing Denial, the Eladrin thief, he, him.
Hi, I'm Sam Richardson, he, him, and I am playing Ladislas, the elven druid, who is currently using he, him, but is gender fluid and may sort of change pronouns at any point.
Dead.
Hey. My name is Franny, she, her, and I'm playing Brenner, they, them, who is a human paladin.
And I am Chris, he, him, playing Dindin, he, him, who is a pelican daddy fighter. Yeah, nailed it.
Hell yeah. All right. So this show is about the end of the world. Our fine heroes here are a found family, a foster family, in fact, that have stumbled across the end of the world, found themselves entangled in it, and have been trying to either escape it or prevent it from happening. Along that journey, they've encountered a dragon named Carl. They've encountered a wizard named Gambador the Grump, and they have found their way to Way, where they have encountered a king and a knight named Raquel, who double-crossed them and then needed their help. So most recently, where we have ended up, what happened last time on Hijinks and Dungeon World? So the whole thing started with we got Brenner, our little Brenner, just chopping someone's head off. And everyone, the bunch of cultists on the top of this tower that half of our heroes were at, trying to rescue or do some reconnaissance. They were stuck on the top of this tower, and they had to fight their way out. We had Denial, Brenner, and Daddy Dindin all up there with their former acquaintance / friends or whatever, Raquel the knight, who is now King Raquel, and also the former king. Can someone remind me his name, by the way?
Hugo.
No, it's just King. I thought it was just King.
That's his last name.
Hugo King. Born for it, some may say.
But they started this battle up on the top. Denial, Dindin, and Brenner pretty much held their own for a while. Blows were exchanged. Heads were cut off. A whole bunch of business. Back at the campsite, Ladislas and Dowser decided that Brenner had been gone for too long and they needed to check to see where they were. So Dowser did a little discern realities with the magic glasses, the inspectacles that he has, and found a trail that was leading away from a pile of sticks back to Way. Ladislas and Dowser, concerned that that Brenner had gone back to help out with the stealth mission that Danail and Dindin had gone off onto, swiftly took to the skies with Ladislas's bird body and flew towards the tower. Back at the tower, there was some of these mage cultists were doing like some ritual spell stuff, some business. There was a whole lot more fighting. We don't have to get specific into that, but there was like just a ton of fighting. More heads chopped off. People getting put like shot with bolts and put like potions turning like making people fall asleep. All sorts of business. All the high fantasy stuff you love to see.
Giant birds, actually.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, Brenner made shoes scary. Cultists jump off tower. You know,
It happens.
Some say scary, some say stinky. You know, it depends on the canon
Or
you listen
both.
to.
It can always be both.
Hey, you know, stink can fear.
Yeah.
Stink can fear.
My greatest phobia is bad hygiene.
Fear does stink.
But at one point, the mages used magic to basically start disintegrating Raquel. Dowser and Ladislas showed up to take Brenner away because that's who the cultists are after. And as all of that chaos was happening, Dindin went to push like the final mage off of the tower, but ended up getting one-upped by the mage and tripped and shoved off the tower himself as he was falling to his doom. Ladislas went to soften the blow and just barely did enough to save the both of them. On the way down, Ladislas had a conversation with the souls inside of the tower that is made of bones and souls and basically like human sacrifices, and convinced them to breathe in and out and breathe their final breath. The tower started to fall apart up top. Brenner vanquished the final mage, but the mage was able to release the seal that was keeping the demon inside of them. And this demon escaped from Brenner's body and was about to wreak some havoc here. In fact, some havoc. And
Because it smells.
Because it smells like the shoes. We're bringing it back. And Danail had some quick thinking of wanting to use the spell of containment, the ritual of containment that he had learned from when they had released the dragon turtle from underneath this river previously. The one thing that he knew that he needed was blood from the demon. We didn't really get into this, but only a magical weapon would have been able to draw blood from the demon. We didn't get into it because Sam saw it coming and used a magic weapon to draw blood from the demon. But when Ladislas did that, it also downed him and brought him effectively to his death. After Danail sealed the demon into his rapier, the group, minus Dindin, the father who was still down on the ground after falling off the tower, reconvened and tried to figure out how to get off of the tower to see if Ladislas was okay. And then Ladislas encountered death itself, stared it down, and was about to be taken away when death actually reached into Ladislas's satchel and pulled out one of the ritual daggers that he had been carrying around. It had a soul inside of it, and so Death took that soul as a payment instead of taking Ladislas away, but informed Ladislas that the next time that they saw each other, it was going to be his soul. The group then was informed by the king that there was basically like a grappling hook, like zip line that you could fire into the woods and make your way off of the top of the tower. The tower's still shaking. Occult members banging at the door up to the roof, trying to get to them. And they all made it off of the tower just as the tower itself collapsed, killing everybody inside of it. And the last thing we saw was the group on the ground, recollected, with Raquel and the previous king, Hugo. And we heard a little bird body cough up and say, "Are we home?"
We should run. We should go. They're probably coming back.
I would like to retrieve the arrow of Acheron if I can, that we used to launch the zip line.
Smart.
Absolutely.
Been thinking about that all week, haven't you?
Yeah.
Don't forget,
Oh,
don't
hey.
forget. No, I mean, thinking there in the Adventure Zone, there's an axe that just like stopped existing after the second arc because they threw it down an elevator and never got it back. So, really, we should go.
Yeah. Here, can somebody help me? And I'm gonna kind of have Raquel throw an arm over me because I imagine she can't really walk right now.
Yeah, no, she can't. I mean, like, and if you look down at her legs, like where her feet had been
That's
like
right.
dissolved away, basically, and it's not like a crass, gross wound or anything. It is just like it's been deleted. Like the feet have been deleted, like they were never there. So that's essentially what you're seeing.
If Dowser can help move Raquel along, he would like to. He is not strong, but like maybe some ground support or something. He does have. He's pretty sturdy for how small he is.
Well,
Maybe
also, if Brenner and Dowser wanted to be the one, since we're similar heights, to like have one arm over the other.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Danielle, maybe you should lead because we need your eyes out for traps. Why don't the little ones take the king?
Pick up Ladislaus.
Hold on. Thanks for getting us off of the top of the tower and everything, and thanks for saving us. But I think I should take Raquel. The two of us. I think we need to stay in way.
You can't.
Fine.
You'll die. They will come back for you.
I know. I understand that, but I have kids in there, and I'm not going to leave my kids behind.
Understood. Everybody, we're going.
Good luck.
Thank you. Save the world?
Of course. I'm alive.
Come on.
Dowser goes, just like one last word to Raquel before he goes off, just says, come find us or we will come find you later. Dowser's gonna try to make you feet.
What? Oh, and Raquel's like nods and is like, okay, sure.
Dowser will make you feet. I'll figure it out. Okay, bye. Roll well. And
I think all of you hear like a fluttering of wings. And I don't know if you look down at Ladislaus's body, but the sound is not coming from there. It's actually coming from Strogi, who settles into a tree above the group here and kind of gives you all an evil eye as he stares down at Ladislaus. Sorry, go ahead.
Dowser returns the evil eye because Strogi's supposed to be watching our prison, our camp friend.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
How is Ladislaus looking?
Yeah.
Very bad.
Good.
Yeah, Ladislaus looks like he's at death's door, essentially. Still.
Brenna, do you have any healing in you?
Yes, I do. And Brenner, I think, is going to go over to Ladislaus and put their hands. Should I do?
Yeah, you can roll your healing.
I think that's gonna hurt you.
Yeah. What is it? Plus what?
It's lay on hands.
It's plus charisma.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 7.
7 on a 7 to 9. You take the damage in return. So roll 2d8.
How much health does Brenner have left?
Enough.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Second one for now or for later.
Okay. 7.
Okay, so you take 7 damage and you heal 7 damage.
Okay.
Ladislaus kind of like stretches their wings out under Brenner's grip and says, thank you, Brenner. That helps a lot.
Brenner's kind of sorry, wait, Sam, are you in is Ladislaus in bird form still or elven form?
Yeah, still bird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still bird form, but
Yeah.
he can speak.
Okay. I think Brenner is just kind of, stroking the side of your beak and kind of your feathers back.
All right, listen, we're all in pretty bad shape. Both me and Dowser are, well, we could have more blood in our bodies, I suppose. I don't think it's sustainable, you're healing. So I think we just need to mend the old-fashioned way. So as long as we can walk, I think it's time we get moving.
I agree.
Does Dowser have blood? Dowser's looking at his arms. I'm not sure I have blood.
It's just molten lava in there.
Come on, let's go. I'll still pick up Ladislaus and yeah. I mean, like health wise, like Din Din isn't doing so hot either. But not that my kids need to know that,
Yeah. Similarly, if anyone thinks that they're able to tell, Dowser looks really bad. I think he's probably like his red color is just like very faint and pale.
Would Brenner kind of instinctually know though if someone's not doing too well?
I think if anyone would, it makes sense.
Yeah, if anyone would, I could see that.
Other than like
could
that,
so then like could Brenner kind of to an aside to Dowser? Dowser, do you need me to heal you?
No, Dowser's fine. Just need to sleep a little.
Can Brenner put their hand on Dowser and just see what happens?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
11.
11.
Sweet. So you just heal me, I think.
I mean, are you looking to just like tell how?
I want to. I think that's Brenner's way of like wanting to heal as much as they can.
Okay, yeah. Then that's for sure. You can heal your 2d8 right now.
Cool.
Thank you, Franny.
8.
That really does help.
Cool.
Dowser stands up a little straighter.
Cool.
A little more beet red.
Brenner, I wouldn't do that anymore right now if I were you.
Okay. I'm done.
What? You did heal me. You did heal me.
But
we're gonna weave a rune in the air, and following it, light is going to emerge once we get a little bit into the woods, and out of sight of the tower, and kind of start giving us a light source as we navigate through this.
Does anybody know a good resting spot for tonight?
Yeah, we still have the camp. There is a stranger there, though. So hopefully he's still sleeping.
He's not totally a stranger. His name's Rendell.
Well, he's very strange, okay?
All right.
His name is Rendell, though. That is true.
When did they pop up?
Well, we were waiting for you to come back from getting firewood, Brenner. What happened, by the way?
Obviously.
Did you go to the tower or something? Wow. That was pretty risky.
I know. It was so brave of me, right?
It was very brave.
Yeah.
Pretty brave.
I'm
Pretty
really
tough.
proud of myself.
Look at us. We all made it. We're like a big family we're like a family can get through anything. Like they say.
That's how I feel.
I knew you all had my back.
I've got you on everything.
Of course we
lad.
do. Of course we have.
It was foolish to go out there in the first place. We should have been more careful. And now all of you are nearly dead. One of you did die.
What?
No,
We're out. Dowser counts everybody. With his spectacles. He's just like, no, I don't think so. Dowser sees his whole family.
Dad,
Look,
in this
I've
time,
been
don't dwell on the past, Dad. Just we're all here safe and sound now. And I think just moving forward, we can just be more cautious. But I don't want you to stress out what happened because we're all here. We're all okay.
I've been entertaining an idea of saving the world. And it's all been fine and good. And we even had an out. But that's gone now. I want you to know that I tried using the rune again. And it didn't open this time. And we can't just abandon this place anymore. But we need to find a safe place. We need to hunker down. And we can't risk getting killed anymore.
I think some time to allow some natural rest and recovery But not just that, research. And the reason we got what we came for when it comes to the tower. At this point, Danae is going to kind of pull out the weather vane that we got from the tower. The reason why I thought it was so important to go back to the tower is these. Now, I'm not entirely certain how the equation fully fits together in how this ritual occurs, how they solve for why, but this is a part of it. In my head, I've been calling these things because I do have the one back from the Tower of Sindral. And when you all touched it, I have not. It leached a part of your life force. And in my mind, I've been calling it a rune of vampirism. And at this point, I'm going to kind of pull out my sheathed rapier. So what happened with that demon is something that I've been I've been thinking about this for a long time, about how when we ask ourselves, what is our game plan? What is the big picture here? How do we stop that? And Danae points at the vortex in the sky where the apocalypse dragon came forth and other demons have spilt forth. Now, having taken the ritual of containment when we crossed the river where Zaz was sealed, I think we can somehow, by using the ritual of containment in a localized source, we can almost create a battery of source. And if the rune of vampirism can leach energy from individuals into the vortex, maybe we can find a way to reverse the same process. And so we can siphon off energy off of the vortex, and in doing so, destabilize it and close it. Now, it was essential that we were able to explore the second tower because maybe there wasn't a second one of these. So maybe this one was an original and there was no other way of replicating that. So we had to be sure, we had to confirm. And now that we have it, that's another resource at our disposal.
Cool. Look, to be fully honest, that all went over Dows's head a little, but it sounds like a good idea. The words that I did recognize.
And also, to be fair, Danae, I think I might be able to help you solve for why.
Yes?
I did a little bit of reading in that book that the king gave us. These towers, they're built with souls. They're built with everyone who's ever died in this world. And the cultists, the originals, that is, maybe not the ones that we just fought, they came from somewhere else. Probably from, and I think Ladislas just gestures up towards the giant vortex in the sky. They were building those towers to serve as focal points. And it's only happening now because they've managed to build up enough of a supply. Also, I did see death. So, to be fair.
You saw death?
What was that like?
Are you okay?
I mean, if I said yes, would you believe me?
No.
You don't have to lie to us.
I'm not great, to be honest. But it didn't take me. It took one of the souls from the dagger. But it did say
that tracks.
It said,
could you show me this dagger?
I think the rune of vampirism.
Sure. Whatever it is.
I kind of hover it close to you, and I'm using Mage Hand to suspend it in the air so I can hold it without touching it. I believe direct contact with the skin will trigger the siphoning effect, so I've been trying to keep it very securely wrapped, as well as only using Mage Hand to come into contact with it. But here, I can adjust any angle if you want to get a closer look.
We need to give this to someone else.
The dagger?
We've done enough work here.
Well, give it to me then. Because Dowser's work will not be done.
Dowser, do you not care about your family?
Dowser cares about his family. Dowser cares
No.
about the world. Dowser's going to save all of us. Figured you'd help.
Your sibling nearly died in order to get this.
He didn't die.
We all almost died.
We didn't die. We won't. Dowser will not let you die. You will not let the nail die. The nail will not let Brenner die. Brenner will not let Lad die. And fall on in all the circles possible. And we can stop it.
The
You should
dagger
hold.
the dagger proved useful at least one time. Who knows if it might come in handy another time, Dad? Maybe just let's hold on to it for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer.
Don't think you guys get it. These magical objects, as powerful as they are, eventually fail. And the only thing keeping us alive is actually not running headfirst into danger when there's a hole in the sky.
I agree with Dad on a lot of these points.
There are thousands of capable warriors and mages. We can give this to somebody else, offer them our knowledge, and have them finish the job.
Well, in the meantime, I've been to these mountains before. This is where I met Srogi. I could potentially find us a place to camp out for the night, a cave or a small area in the mountains off the beaten path. Srogi knows these mountains, better than any of us.
That could be good. If you're able to lead us to a cave, a clearing, something off the beaten path, more than anything, that'll be a place where I doubt they'll be able to follow us. And that's, I think, going to be the safest option in terms for what is our immediate next step.
And we should try to stay just low profile, Dowser's aware of the irony of him being the one to say it, but not big explosions, no big attention drawn to us.
Can we walk and talk?
Are all of you still by like kind of where you were?
I imagine we were moving this whole time.
Yeah, I thought we were
same
walking,
here.
yeah.
Okay. So you're moving the whole time. That's what I thought as well, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Then if we can, let's go grab our supplies from where we had set him down for camp. And then at that point, I suppose you're leading the way, Ladislas.
Well, me and Srogi. And I think Ladislas just looks up from Dindin's arms to Srogi and kind of whistles. And Srogi takes off into the air, beats his wings against the branches, and begins to head off in a certain direction towards where our camp was.
I just want to point out that the fact that birds typically shouldn't be able to whistle. They don't have lips, so I have no idea how Ladislas did that. That's some magic shit.
Birds can do a lot of things.
While you're all getting away from where you were, you're sort of coming up to about where your campsite was. Actually, off in the distance, you start hearing explosions coming from way. Just fire after fire after fire of these huge explosions, and honestly, the magic users in the party, so Danail and Brenner, and also probably Dowser with your thousands of years
Sure.
of knowledge, recognize these explosions not to be natural. They sound magical.
We didn't leave any of the mages standing back there, did we?
They were, as we were leading in, if I believe they were leading the mages out as we were getting in. They were leading them to a second location.
Okay.
So depending, it is entirely a possibility that the mages are still loyal to King Hugo, and perhaps now that we have helped them rescue their leadership, they are routing the cultists.
Either
Oh,
way,
so I
all the
can-
more reason to get further away.
Dowser's just worried about everyone back there, but we can't go. I mean, we can't turn back, so we can't think about it. We press forward. We press forward quiet though, because we need to leave Rendell in the dust.
uh, uh, Dad, I mentioned this to you earlier, but we talk about the thousands of warriors and mages out there, more experienced, more vetted than any of us. I don't know if we can trust any of them. I mean, if we know that these towers have been, the way you describe it, Lotus, it sounds like these towers have been older than civilization almost. So,
Yeah,
so it makes me
exactly.
think: how long has this cult known about those and known about that function and how that could be used?
And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're just based off my experience in Syndrol. Syndrol is this hub of, it's the pie that everybody has their fingers in, and I've been in a lot of gangs, mind you, and the degree of organization, the numbers required to have the numbers that this cult has, it needs to be stated that this cult is the single largest organization in the world. And for us to assume anything less than that is to put ourselves in grave danger. And frankly, Rendell, anyone else we meet, we need to act as if they are already in league with the cult.
And Dowser will say, Rendell knew who Dowser was and all of us on where we were going. And Dowser never had heard of Rendell before. And you'll remember, Dowser was born knowing everything he needs to know. So
Who's Rendell?
the sleeping person at the camp. So we have to be quiet, get our things, tiptoe around him, go past him, and find a cave or something where he will not find us.
Well, what if he woke up and he's left already?
Before we get too much further, I think I pronouned Rendell with they them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How will we know if they're still there? What if they woke up and left?
Yes, you did.
I whistle to Srogi and ask him whether Rendell had left by the time Srogi had left.
No.
Okay, I would like to use my inspectacles as we're getting closer to campsite and inspectacle the campsite.
Cool.
Okay. That is it's a 7.
Are you okay?
I've got a sharp pain in one part of my back. That's a 7, but I only have one question. Is Rendell still here?
Yes.
Okay.
Rendell is sitting by the fire, awake.
Okay. Awake. All right. They're awake. Okay.
I'm going to duck out of sight now.
And also too, somebody who is not me or Lad or Danail, get the things and don't talk to them, and just will go. Okay? They're not important or anything.
Quick question: Does Brenner have? Sorry, I don't have my extra tabs opened up, but Brenner can detect alignment, right? Right, Spencer?
Let's find out. It seems, I think you can tell them to you can command them to tell you their alignment, which would be a workaround if you can't do that just as part of the base paladin toolkit. There might be an advancement for it, but you do have the I am the law move, and you can give them a command to I don't know, answer you truthfully.
Well, also, Dindin has a candle that
The truth candle.
The truth candle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I did want to clarify. So Ladislas is definitely feeling better, but I feel like I'm still being carried by Dindin. Unless you have any opposition to that, Chris.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
It puts me at ease to carry you.
Cool. I'm still in Dindin's arms then.
And Dowser's staying very close to Lad as much as he can.
All right. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to keep some cards close to the chest. I'm going to turn invisible. If I think one of you should ask something, I think there is more to having this conversation with Rendell personally.
No. No. Scary, stranger, not important for us, okay? We get
Do we
the
know if he's with the cult? Have we
Yeah.
asked him any questions about the
Yes.
cult?
About the cult? Probably not, no. That's what I'm thinking about the cult. Just, saving the world, I guess, from the cult. It should have come up, I'm sorry.
I
Small
have to
clues.
point out, Dowser and I are the only ones that Rendell has met. So if we don't want to give ourselves away as being a larger party, maybe Dowser can be the one to go talk to them?
No,
Is
maybe
he
not.
a threat?
Yes.
Are they a threat?
Yes, they are.
Dowser, are you just saying that because you yourself fear them?
No, because they're threatening. They threatened me, Dowser. Dowser's looking at me.
All right. I'm gonna get a closer look. Noctis Veil Persona. And I like wipe myself away. I got a 7/9 on cast a spell.
Okay. What do you want to do? You can either get rid of it until the next time you.
I think the spell is going to disturb the fabric of reality, and it's going to take -1 ongoing to cast spells until the next time I prepare.
I think Brenner also at this point is going to use their human trait. Pray to my God, asking what is evil here. So hey Ipsana, I need your help.
Okay, yeah, what's up? Hey. Oh, sorry. Do we want some more pomp and circumstance? Hold on, I'll be right back. Hey, hi. Hey, how's it going?
Wait, that's actually really good. We should come up with like a little theme song for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could do it.
Do. Oh no, that's might be already taken.
Yeah. Nothing copywritten. Okay.
Right. Okay. I'll make sure of that. Anyway, I'll think on it. I just wanted your help. We're a little nervous about this Rendell person.
Okay.
Can
All
you
right.
tell us if they're evil or not?
Can I tell you? Well, okay. I don't sense any evil nearby. Are you talking about that person sitting next to the fire?
Yes.
The old person who looks really sweet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, not evil, but could be like neutral.
Thanks, Ipsana. Ipsana says it's okay.
Wait, hold on, Brenner.
Oh, sorry. I'm still not.
I don't know. Like, you summon me. We're gonna have a little. Oh, by the way, I have like such a connection to you right now. I don't know what you did, but like I feel it. Like, it's like it's like that thing that was holding me back, gone. Just gone. Like it was a little while ago. It was like while you were still on top of the tower or whatever. I was like flickering in and out, being able to see what was going on, and then suddenly, boom! I could see like everything you're doing. It was great.
No more fog?
No more fog. Yeah.
So maybe we have a clear connection always. Wait, try and disappear. Go disappear really quick.
You want me to?
I mean, just really quick.
Okay, fine. I'm okay.
Okay, wait, come back, Ipsana.
Okay, yeah, what's up? Oh, okay. Actually, I didn't actually disappear that time because I didn't want to risk it. I'll do it for real this time. Okay. I'll be gone.
Brenner looks around the group and he's like, bear with me.
Brenner's having the conversation we can hear, right?
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
But wait, they all can't hear Ipsana.
Not Ipsana.
No,
Okay.
they can hear it.
Dowser does lean over to Dindin at one point and says, "Perhaps we cannot trust this Ipsana character. Dowser doesn't need to know that."
I'll be.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Oh my God.
I actually did leave this time. So this time when I was lying before, but this time I was not lying, and I did leave and I came back. What happened? Did anything like big like happen to you that it's weird that no one is talking about?
Something might have something bad might have come out of me.
Like you said a swear word?
No. No, more like a demon.
Like you said demon?
No, more like an actual demon thing came out of my back. And it really hurt, but I'm okay.
A demon came out of your back?
Yes.
Brenner!
Anyway, everything's okay now. The demon's inside the dagger.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's inside of the rapier.
My bad.
Okay, wait. So a demon came out of your back.
Yes.
Gosh, I feel like as a god, I should know this stuff before. You shouldn't even have to tell me. What? Okay, from now on, I'm going to know everything that happened to you. That's just going to be the
Where
case.
were
Like,
you?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was being blocked by a freaking demon. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Well,
I'm not
now you
upset.
know.
I'm not upset with you. I'm just upset that like I couldn't be there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
Just
get it.
disappointed.
I'm not. I just okay. I'm disappointed in myself. But from now on, like I'm your god. You're my. What did I call you?
I'm disciple.
Disciple. Yeah. You're my disciple.
Yeah.
You're the one and only.
Yeah.
And this demon's gone now. And
Yeah.
well, except it's like being carried right next to you at all times in Danail's sheath.
I should be
Okay.
fine. I should be okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. And I mean, like, I have this connection to you now. If it gets out of the sword or whatever happens, I'm sure that I will be right there. I mean, like, that shouldn't block the connection anymore. It's out of your back.
Mm-hmm.
Out of your back. It came out of your back?
Yeah.
Owie, is there
It
a
was
scar?
Pretty wild. I don't think so.
Okay. But no, this the old person sitting on the log in front of the fire is not evil, as far as I know.
Okay, you want to stick around and see what happens? Hey, y'all. We should be fine. My deity has said that
Deity?
my deity.
Don't say that. It sounds like daddy.
Oh, okay.
Deity.
Deity. Ipsana says that we're okay.
Talia looks at Din Din. Dad, I told you we cannot trust her.
Of course you can.
I
Me?
legitimately don't know if Ladislaus has ever heard Brenner do this, because all of the scenes where you've done this with Ipsana, I don't think Ladislaus has been present.
Or it's been in private. So.
Maybe Dowser hasn't either, though I definitely think that Dowser would be quicker to be immediately comfortable with it than maybe Lad.
Yeah, Ladislaus is just staring at Brenner a little bit, and Brenner, who's Ipsana?
Ipsana's my deity.
When did this happen?
A little while ago. A week, maybe.
Congrats.
Yeah,
I guess
it's very exciting. She's very nice. I'm her first disciple ever. She's a very new god.
Oh, what is she the god of?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
Oh, no.
I think I took a screenshot.
Yeah.
Well, at a single disciple, not really god of much at this point. You know, the lines defining a domain in this voice is coming out of nowhere because Danail is currently invisible. I mean, in terms of, I suppose, theological studies in terms of divine magic, many gods have very fluid domains that they often have overlapping. So for a god with a single follower, you know, I feel like, you know, there's a lot open.
Well, yeah, I think she's probably trying to figure it out herself.
And I'll vouch for Brenner. I think Brenner is a disciple of a I suppose freshly birthed god. I had my hesitations. I actually first saw the demon back in Gower's library. I was able to detect hints of it. I wasn't quite sure what to make of that then. And so when Brenner started speaking Persona, I got very concerned. But now that the demon is out, well, that just leaves godliness. Yay.
Her domain is of the forgotten and downtrodden.
Oh, cool. I guess that's kind of us right now, huh?
Not all of us. Speak for yourself.
Are we approaching the fire? What's the deal? How close are we to
You
the?
just had an eye shot, so
Yeah.
so Rendell hasn't seen you yet.
Okay,
I believe Danail went invisible to do something.
I see. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I would like to and Danail is articulating this to the party. I'm going to whisper in your ears if I think there are any conversation talking points we're not missing. I do think we need to follow a line of question along the nature of this cult, and if Rendell is as old as they say they are, see what they know about it. And if this cult is as old as it might be, there's just so many blanks that we have yet to fill in that I think like, what is even the name behind it? What's the structure? What is the leadership like? These sort of things. If every organization has a leader who has lieutenants, and if we can start, if this is just like a swarm, but there have got to be lieutenants that we can take out, and even if we're not, anyways, I'm gonna go rummage through that person's bags now.
I would like to, while this is going on, make a roll, William. I'm still, Dowser is still staying out of eyesight and earshot of Rendell, but he's going to be staring intently at the fire that I assume is still burning at our campsite.
Yes.
Staring into
Rendell,
it.
in fact, found the pile of sticks that Brenner had like left and is stoking the fire with
They
that.
stole our wood. They stole our wood. And he, Dowser would like to, I want to consult the flames. I would like to use Lore of Flame. And basically, so when Danielle just said, like, if Rendell is as old as they are, they might know something about this cult. Dowser's like, wait a minute, I'm also thousands of years old. I might also know something about this cult that I can connect now. So he's looking for more information that he can relate to. That is an 8. And on an 8 with that, on a 7 to 9, the GM will give you an impression rather than good detail. And it doesn't have to be right now, but I just wanted to roll right now.
Sure. Yeah. Well, actually, so you stare into the fire that Rendell is stoking at the moment, like throwing a twig in, and you see a little char, like a
Char.
an ember floats up away from the fire and floats over all the way to you and lands on your little salamander snoot. And I mean, you're like looking at it cross-eyed, and then like your eyes continue crossing, and like suddenly your vision splits, and you are seeing this metal being heated in these extreme heats. And while you're like hearing chanting and feeling what magic feels like, and you just keep seeing these splits and these just like strikes of metal being formed and shaped and dipped in the magmas of where you only know they could be from. And then your eyes bonk back to normal, and that is what you see.
Oh,
Are you okay, Dowser?
that's fine. A little confused. Lots of metal. The cult came from heat, maybe? This is not surprising. We all came from the flame. The cult maybe came at the beginning? With the first Dowser. I am not sure. Sorry, Brenner.
It's okay.
Danae, can you roll me Defy Danger dexterity, but like with advantage since you're invisible?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that. Oh no, I dropped some extra dice. Yeah. I'm approaching very slowly. I'm gonna try and get a bead, see, okay, cool. I can see where he's looking, they're looking, circle around their eye lines. And I'm just gonna try and kind of like rummage through their satchel, see if I can find any articles of interest. Ooh, I got 3 4s. So that's gonna be an 8 plus 2 for a 10.
Cool. Yeah, you can. I mean, it's funny because like there's snow on the ground. You've now gone like just a little bit north of where Way is, and like immediately there is like snow, and there's a tiny bit of like just a dusting continuing to happen here.
Then the real trick here is going to be close enough to walk to the fire and circle it where the snow is melted, so I will hide my prints, and then I'll have to go a tight perimeter around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But you accomplish that exactly. And you get into like the satchel, and Rendell, their satchel is not like away from them. It's like they still have it slung over their shoulders. So you're like doing this right next to to Rendell, where the only like sound you're hearing is Rendell's breathing, the crackling of the fire, and the very slight rustling of you inside of Rendell's satchel.
Yeah, invisible, I kind of drop into a squat, kind of making sure I'm lowering my center of balance. So you can the trick here is you match your natural sway to there so they don't feel a jerk or a tug coming through.
Din, Dad.
Hmm.
Maybe we should talk to Rendell and distract them a little bit so that Danielle can rummage through.
Why are we robbing this person?
Oh, that's a great idea. Be robbers. We don't want them to know that we're a big party, so you go rob our camp. They can't stop you. Look at you.
What?
I think Brenner is gonna start walking up to Rendell.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, are you one of the family?
What family?
You know, the family I'm supposed to take across the river.
There's a family that you were supposed to take across the river?
Oh yeah, so I got this crow, a raven. It carried a note.
Are you okay, by the way?
Am I okay? Yeah, I'm
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
I'm Dandy.
Okay.
Well, my name isn't Dandy. I'm Dandy. My name is Rendell.
Hi, Rendell.
Hello. Anyway, yeah, no, I got a note from a raven, and it was from It was from the king. Well, King Raquel. I you know. Oh yes, of course.
I walk up.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, it's the bird that talks.
Oh,
Wait,
so
or
you're-
is that Rogi?
Informed that you might be untrustworthy,
Oh,
but
the lizard.
Douse your hydro. Ignite in flame.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling I got on his bad side. That was my bad.
was it this family you were talking about?
I think so. Does that mean you're Brenner?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I am. I'm Brenner. Hello.
Okay. And Rendell goes to reach into the satchel to pull out a note really quick. It pulls out in like a scroll and like unscrolls it a little bit. Okay, well here we are. Yeah. So yeah, we got Brenner. Let's see here. We have Brenner. We have Dowser on here. Ladislas, Daniel, and Dindin. Oh, and also I have another bird. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Scroggy.
Strogi.
Yes.
All right. And they package back up that
Who
note.
gave you our names?
Raquel.
King Raquel.
Oh.
Danielle, show yourself.
What? I said my
Danielle.
name is Rendell. Who's Danielle?
Danielle,
Is that like?
don't
Oh,
rob the man.
Is that Daniel? Don't rob me.
Carry us.
I'm gonna pick his pockets.
Their pockets.
Their pockets. Thank
This
you.
is my fault. I set
yeah.
us on the wrong track.
It's okay.
This is actually a thief move. Tricks of the trade, baby. I'm rolling plus dex. That's 5 + 2 for a 7. So GM, offer me 2 of the 3 between suspicion, danger, or cost.
Often between suspicion, danger, or cost.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't fully know. That's literally what it says. Tricks of the trade. When you pick locks, pockets, or disabled traps, roll plus dexterity. On a 10+, you do it, no problem. On a 7 through 9, you still do it. Pick the pocket, that is. The GM will offer you 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost.
William, I could give you plenty of cost as a very disapproving father.
Well, I'm
There will be consequences.
2 options. So I guess I'll give you. I mean, danger doesn't really go into it here. I think so. I mean, just cost and suspicion, maybe.
And I think you pick one of those, and then William tells you what happens connected to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take suspicion then.
Okay.
Makes sense.
What are you pickpocketing?
I am searching through their pockets and the satchel for anything they may have in there beyond the letter that has been revealed.
The letter, the rations, or the diary? What do you want?
Oh,
Diary.
We already know what's in the
yeah,
letter.
the diary.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna
Dear
take the diary.
diary,
You're gonna
the
take
night
this person's diary.
the other
Yeah, and I'm gonna like try to palm that and slide it into my belt, and once it's under my clothes, the magic will kind of fade it away.
Yeah, of course.
After which point, once it's kind of faded, I'll step around and I'll break the spell.
Well then,
Oh,
This
that's
is the
suspicious.
What can I say? It's cautious.
Wow. Oh, so you're legitimately a bunch of magic users here.
mostly.
I used magic once.
Only
How'd it
one?
go?
Pretty bad. Only once.
Well, what's
Brenda.
spell?
What was the spell? I turned my brother into a piece of fruit.
That was very rude.
But it was an accident.
Are they okay?
I don't know. Haven't
Were
seen
you,
him.
try-
Were
were
they
you trying to turn them into something different?
Well, I turned him into a banana, and then a
Did
bird
you
came
eat the banana?
and flew away. So
Well,
This is our quest.
Sorry for your loss.
Wow.
traditionally, polymorph, which it might sound like, is categorized as at least a 5th level spell. So that's potent stuff you're dealing with.
oh, well, no, thank you very much. I am over 1,000 years old. So let's get you to the river. Let's get you across so you can go through the Giant's Keep.
Thank you.
The
badly
what's
hurt
keep?
there.
The Giant's Keep? The pass. There isn't a giant. It's just a name. Well, actually, there's probably a giant, but either people have seen it and died or haven't seen it and just call it the Giant's Keep. There's the
Randall.
Giant's Keep, which leads to the Giant's
Randall.
Pass.
Randall,
Oh, sorry.
Randall.
Hello, yes, Pelican Man.
we're badly hurt.
You
Is
can
there
rest
any
on-
way? Fantastic.
Is Lad still with Dowser outside of the camp, or did everyone else go in?
No, I'm still in
I'm
Dindin's
turning.
arms. So wherever Dindin is, Lad is.
Then Dowser calls out from the burning bush. Some unknown force thinks we really shouldn't go on that boat. Oh!
Oh, no, really? We shouldn't go on the boat. Well, then I suppose
No, you should go on the boat. Randall the Vile.
Yes, no one's called me that in 600 years.
Dowser.
Oh, Dowser.
Oh, the unknowable force of the flame.
Dowser, I think you two got off on a wrong foot.
Dowser crawls out of the fire.
I'm going to my room.
Hi, friend. I'll have you know, Dowser, that in a previous life, one of the other Dowsers was friends with me. I'll get you yet.
What? Dowser searches his memory again, because I remember last time when I met Rendell, Dowser didn't remember anything about Rendell in past lives.
Oh yeah, no, you're not.
There's nothing.
No.
He's lying! Dowser the whole time. They're lying. They're lying to me. Dowser would remember. Dowser should remember everything that he's done. Everything that I've done, I should remember, and that didn't happen.
But
So they're lying to us.
Dowser, you can't deny the possibility of there maybe being something you don't remember.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Yeah, I remember it. It wasn't you. It was a raccoon that was named Dowser. Yeah, my bad.
Yes, Dowser the Gentle had many animal friends, and many of them were named after her. Yes.
So, want to pack up your things? Get on my boat.
No.
Yeah, let's go to the boat.
So it was the Giant's Keep to the Giant's Pass, and
Yes,
then
Giant Keep to the Giant's Pass, and
Um,
then you get essentially to the most northern part of the mountains, and then it's just like a cave, and then you get to Novre.
Is there
Right.
a quiet, maybe, or like a peaceful pass, or
Oh yes, the
I-
peaceful pass. Yes, it's very deadly. I wouldn't suggest going down that one.
Yeah, known for its death.
it gets the name. Actually, it's well known. It gets the name Peaceful for a peaceful rest.
Yeah.
You know, rip and all that. It's got some very lovely flowers, though.
Oh, yeah,
All
very
poisonous.
poisonous.
All poisonous.
Horribly toxic. Do not prick your fingers on this. Actually,
even
I could
smell
use more
them.
poisons. If we could make a, you know what? Never mind.
Dowser emerges into the clearing from the woods and just like very just like posturing walks right up to Rendell and looks at them in the eyes and says, "Rendell, Dowser is considering accepting your help. It seems that his family is already I guess swayed by you. But you will answer Dowser 3 questions before we go, yes?"
Yes.
That was
you
not
have
one
2
of
more.
them.
Oh, okay.
No, you silly one! Listen to Dowser.
Lesson to Dowser.
Listen
Sorry.
to Dowser.
I'm trying. Okay, here we go.
Can Dowser
Speak
trust
up a little
you?
bit. I
Can
am not-
Dowser trust you?
Yes.
Are you a friend of the flame?
Yes.
Do you? Okay, it's actually going to be 4 questions. Do you respect the power of the flame?
What? Is that a separate question?
Yes, this is like 2.5. Do you respect the power of the flame?
Of course.
Okay. And question number 3.
Uh-huh.
What fuels the flame of your desire? And this is a move. The only move I have not used yet. Give me fuel. No, yeah, give me fuel, give me fire. When you gaze intensely into someone's eyes, you may ask their player, what fuels the flames of your desire? They'll answer with the truth, even if the character does not know or would otherwise keep this hidden.
To find the sickest chill.
Cool. And I think, so as I'm like reading the question, I think that last question was asked straight into their soul, basically, and Dowser did not actually speak, because it is intended to be through the eyes, I think. So Dowser said 3rd question, and then went silent, and he steps away and says, "They seem on the level. Family, we will go.
Wait, what was
I
the
hope
3rd
you are all
question?
prepared, for if they are to betray us, you know we have to kill them.
I'm
What was
ready.
the 3rd question?
Betray us."
Yeah, didn't you say there were 4 questions?
You said
That
there were
was-
at least 3 questions, then you didn't say a 3rd question.
I asked the 3rd.
What
I've got
was
a
it?
3rd question. Do you know anything about this cult shit?
Cult? Shit.
The towers, the
Cult
daggers.
business,
They look like these robes.
cult organization, cult
Yeah.
structure, the cult in general, and
No,
their
yeah,
activities,
they
their
tried
members.
Yep. They tried to recruit me once. Did I ever tell you about that? When I was 35 years old.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us on the way. We should get moving.
Yeah, pack up. It's not safe here.
I'm packed.
Bowser's packed.
Me too.
Are you going to stay a bird forever?
I can't help it, really.
Also, you look really beat up and bad. All of you kind of do.
That's why we need rest. You want to
Yes.
insult my family some more? I'll fisticuffs.
It wasn't insulting, but I'll definitely fight you at some point if you want to for fun.
Just give me a second. I need to break down the lab. And I had set up some like beakers and alchemy equipment before we had left for the tower earlier.
Dowser will gladly help Daniel pack up so that he can no longer talk to Rendell.
And then Rendell's going to go over to Din Din and be like, hey, can you and I actually have a little bit of a conversation off the side here?
I thought it might be like this. Yes.
Lad is still in Dinden's arms.
Yeah, you can be there. Is it okay if the bird hears this?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you look like a family man if I've ever seen one. Am I right?
More or less.
You look like you've been through a lot. I just want to get out ahead of this in case there's any sort of, this old person is we don't know if we can trust them. I've been doing this for a long time, taking people across back from the river. This is the one time in my life that I felt like I've actually been doing something important with this river crossing. I'm the keeper of the river, Rendell, the keeper of the river. That's what they call me. That's how they know me. And just between you and me, as someone who also has 37 children, 2 of which are also lost to the times of fruit. I didn't do those ones. My brother came back as a banana, turned them into fruit, and they also got taken away by a bird. I didn't get to see it, though. Somebody just told me that a banana came and turned my kids into fruit and took them away. I feel like one day I'll run back into them.
Okay.
Chekhov's banana.
Yo, if that ain't the BBEG, if the lead cultist in their giant skull-mounted throne doesn't swivel around and it's a banana in like a skull-lined robe.
What's the matter there?
I hope that you can trust me with your family like I would trust you with my family. Like if you encounter a banana with a pear and an orange, I hope you would not eat any of them.
Understood.
Have you ever eaten a banana, an orange, or a pear?
I'm a cook. I prepare lots of fruits, but none were leaping up in the air, I suppose.
That's a good sign. They could have been sleeping, though, you bastard. But no, I forgive you. I forgive you. It's fine. And one day I hope they'll forgive me when I turn them back from banana, orange, and pear back to being, well, whatever I am.
Mm.
I'm human.
Mhm.
Danielle?
I trust you, and I hope you can take us to where we need to be safely.
Oh, it's just across the river.
Perfect. No giants involved, are there?
Well, not on the river pass, but probably at Giant's Keep and on the Giant's Pass. But I've never seen it
All right.
for a long time.
Are you hungry, Randall?
Yes.
Oh, I've got rations in my satchel. Keep them with me all the time. They drop.
When somebody offers you food, you usually,
Oh, is it a polite thing? Do you want to give me food?
All right, now you said
Yes.
that they said they were 900 years old, correct?
900 years old. I mean, honestly, I think they said a couple different things, and one of them was over 1,000. But they've known
235. I'm trying to flip to roughly where this person would have been 235 years old and see if they described their encounter with the cult recruitment. I'm sorry. What was that, Dowser?
Well, it's just, look, so Dowser did ask a third question. He doesn't like to do it a lot, but sometimes when it's important, Dowser can ask a question right into somebody's soul. And Dowser understands that all of you maybe do not share my reticence about them, but I asked what basically keeps them going, and they said to find the deepest chill. And believe Dowser when he tells you, Danielle, that is the most scary thing I have ever done. That sounds horrifying. We are going to a land of snow, and that Dowser had made his peace with. But this just sounds like bad news.
I don't know why,
So-
but for some reason, Dowser, those words string together.
When did you get in here?
Wasn't I always
Whatever.
here?
Shut the flap. Just hang on. Hang on.
I know I'm easily overlooked, Danielle. Being so short. But no, Dowser, I feel like that just means that they're like vibing. I don't know where that word came from, but it sounded right.
Brenner has invented the word vibing.
That actually checks out. See, typically vibrations, it friction. How do I explain this? It's a lot of science. No, but if you have a low vibration, the higher the vibration, things will heat up more. So like evocation, when you're generating like fire and stuff, what you're actually doing is doing very high vibration stuff. You're creating a very intense vibration in a localized space. So you could interpret the deepest chill as the lowest possible vibration. At least if you're looking at like what's the theoretics behind arcane principles. Anyways, sorry.
Dowser puts a hand on Brenner's shoulder and says, like, in like when an older sibling can be kind of condescending to a younger sibling, what he's trying to say is that if they really were vibrating, they would be warm and not cold.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, this page is just like a catalog of sex ventures in Syndral. This is horrifying.
Read it out loud.
Nope.
Hey.
Not till you're older.
Danielle,
235,
Dowser,
235.
Brenner, are you coming?
So what do you think? It's the best bread in the world, right?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I actually kind of wish I had just outright said, yes, please. I mean, if I knew you were coming from
I literally
Red Baron herself.
literally cannot withstand this conversation even a moment longer.
Danail! Just try some.
Dowser!
Fine.
Give it a minute.
Danail, you get to the page.
All right.
And you start reading.
Cool.
And it's like dated and everything. And it's like 900 years ago. And what you end up reading is just I was out just chilling and skipping some rocks, and these two cloaked fellas came up to me, and
he does use the term, they do use the term chill here, which I believe might reinforce your theory that it is not cryomancy.
They came up to me and said, "Hey, you look strong." And then it gets like parentheses. I did not. And parentheses. And they said, you also look like a hero. Someone who would want to prevent the end of the world, perhaps. And I said, yes. And they said, well, the end of the world is coming. It's coming now. And we are the only ones who can stop it, and we need your help. And I said, nah, I've heard from your kind before. And I started to walk away, and I heard them draw swords on me. But little did they know I'm very fast and can swim, so I jumped in the river. And I whisked myself away, splish splash. That is why, diary, you are currently wet. I am sorry. Yours truly, Rendell.
I can't really make out the last two passages. They're entirely waterlogged. The ink splayed out. This is over 900 years at this point. It'll have to do. Where the text starts to trickle off, the last piece I can say is I'm paraphrasing, I'm largely guessing, but it almost sounds like what some of the cultists have said to us, that only they can stop the world, which we might be able to infer that whatever they have done just last week, they have been trying to do for centuries, but only just now have they done it successfully. So
did you say you said that it ended at only they can stop the world? Did you cut it off on accident before from ending?
If I said that, that was a misspeaking.
Okay, just checking, because
the world,
only they can stop the end of the world. I mean, they've told us that, and that's kind of what they justified. Because I don't know if you remember, but because Brenner, you were unconscious at the time, but they tried to persuade us to let them keep you.
We should start moving over and have the conversation together. And Dowser like raise his voice so that everyone can like hear this. Dowser
I'm tucking it away.
Back not 900 years ago, but maybe like 600 years ago, Dowser remembers talking to people who did say that only they could save the world, which of course Dowser knew was, pardon Brenner, bullshit. Because clearly, Dowser gestures to himself. I mean, come on. So if these cultists are saying the same thing, well, all Dowser can say is that they're full of bullshit.
But the important interpretation, and Danail's lowering his voice so people outside aren't hearing, is that if they've been trying, if they had a plan and they've been trying the plan for centuries, then that means the plan was interrupted. It means their plan is preventable, which means it's not inevitable, and maybe we can put a stop to this. We just need to.
What, you're not trying to convince Dowser, are you?
All right, everybody, come with me. We're gonna go get on the boat.
No, you
I just
come
feel
with
more
us.
inspired.
We're going to get on the boat.
Okay, I'll follow.
Yes.
Do you know where the boat is?
No, tell me.
Okay, well, it's just straight ahead that way. It's not very far away.
Follow the dowser.
And do you all follow the dowser?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you all come up to this river where like the edges of it are actually like frozen over a little bit. Yeah, like on your side, like the shore, there's a little bit of ice that you can even like walk onto just a little ways out, and you can see the river flowing below the ice. If you get a little bit further than that, like then the ice starts getting a little too shallow and it starts cracking beneath your feet. But there has been like a part dug out where there is no water or anything, and it's basically like ground and soil, and like a stone has been built up to prevent like the river from flowing to this like section, and that is where the boat is at this point. And it is like boat is like a generous word. It's just like a big flat like raft almost. I mean, it's like big, just a big flat thing with like a single sail in the middle and like and a couple of oars. But it's it's rather large.
How many years you say you've been doing this?
I don't know anymore. I'd like to say, I don't know, just say 200.
And
Maybe.
you never thought to upgrade
this beauty? You want me to upgrade this?
They'll never
Well, it's just-
insult somebody's tools. It's
Well, it's not insulting their tools, it's consulting, because there's always room for improvement. Like perhaps handrails.
Handrails.
Very
so
simple.
people don't fall off?
I'm sorry?
Is it for people so they don't fall off?
Yeah, that's exactly it, actually.
That's what I'm here for. I'll catch you.
Okay, but it's
Moving over, I go, oh, gotcha.
but if
Randall?
you're on one side and I'm on the other,
No, I'll get you.
What if two people fall off at the same time?
Boom,
What if
boom.
you-
That's what 2 hands are for.
Great.
Snag. Got you with my foot, baby.
4. You can't know a 4th word. Forget.
Forget.
No. Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Mhm.
What?
Rendell,
Yes, Bird.
does the boat have a name?
No, why would you name an inanimate object? All right, everyone on.
One word, please, before we get on the boat. Nothing personal, everybody. It's just about the thing we were talking about earlier. Nothing important.
I'm
Danae
still in
takes one
Din
of those-
arms.
I would like to. The other wants to like take Lad away from Din Din's arms for a bit and just like take him off to a side area for a moment.
That's fine.
okay.
I guess before I get into the conversation, what Lad did hear from Rendell before was that Rendell had a friend who was also a salamander, right?
Yeah, right.
Do you remember there's anything else that you already knew?
I know their friend's name is Lupe, and I know they are blue.
Okay, cool. So about that other Dowser does like full hand air quotes, salamander or whatever.
Oh yeah, Lupe.
Yes, Dowser's just sort of hoping we don't run into her. And kind of either way, Dowser's thinking it's best just not talk to the rest of the family about it. It doesn't seem important, you know?
Okay, yeah. I mean, as long as we don't run into her, I won't mention it if it's a sensitive topic. Of course.
And Dowser's pretty sure we won't. Because here's the thing, okay? Just to kind of put you where I'm at. If we were going to run into her, then Dowser thinks that Dowser would have known about her, and Dowser didn't. So we probably won't. So it is probably nothing, and Dowser just doesn't want to get the whole family all worked up about it. Dowser's the one, and that's all it is.
Okay, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, lad. I'm going to hug you, and you are a bird, so I'll just give me a second. I'm going to find the way.
I don't
Maybe I'm
know.
just going to hug your leg.
Can you put me down?
Yes. Are you
I
feeling?
don't know why people. I mean, Brenner did heal me. I don't know why people have just been carrying me around. It's been sort of nice, but
Back in my arms now.
And
Dowser passes lad to dad.
yeah, and Rendell guides you all onto the boat,
Cool.
onto the raft, and pulls it over the stone area first, and then really not carefully, like it's just you hear the boat like grinding against the stone as Rendell is like pulling it into the river. And if anyone tries to help, Rendell insists on doing it themselves, and gets in, and if you try to help again, Rendell's like, oh, please, I've been doing this for 600 years, I don't know. And finally pulls the raft out onto the river and gets you all aboard.
Dowser sits at the very back, like facing the shore where we're coming from, and has his feet and tail dipped into the water, and he's just like lightly boiling it as we go. So there's like a trail of bubbles behind the boat.
I can't help but notice you don't have a rudder. How do you steer this?
With my oar.
Danail is like on his back, flat in like the center of the raft.
And you all are just floating across peacefully. Probably the most at peace, at least environmentally, you have been since the start of all of this.
Yeah. It does take over Dowser a little bit. He becomes less officially uptight and kind of gives into the ocean. Or the river.
Hey, William, would this be an appropriate time to roll for recover?
Yes. In fact, I kind of want to do that if we... I think we should take a break here. And
Sure.
we can do a lot of the rolling and then just say it when we come back.
Sweet.
Sure.
Cool. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. We're going to take a break. 9:06 will be when we come back. Well, 9:07 now. 9:07. We'll be back at 9:07. So go get some snacks or whatever any of you need to do, a drink or whatever.
Stretch,
and we will be
hydrate.
back. So thank you. So really, Din, that was when I knew that I didn't want to be with anyone anymore. You know what I mean? When you have your heart broken that many times. Thanks for letting me talk to you about all 40.
Mm-hmm. That's bad.
You can all recover, by the way. So it's we're not going to be able to do the move recover, but we're going. There is no roll.
Okay.
We don't have time to recover, but we do have time to use the healing section of Make Camp.
Okay.
So what that is whatever half of your max hit points is,
No way.
you gain that back.
I'm back to full, baby. I was at half.
And what about debilities?
I'm trying to calculate mine. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Debilities take 3 days of rest.
Yeah, debilities are going to stay.
Okay.
But Brenner can, with lay on hands, can remove debilities.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, do we want Brenner, did you start this at above half health? Because if you did, we could have you try to take abilities away until it brings you below.
Did I start?
How many hit points did you have before?
Yeah, how's everybody looking?
Oh, I'm super fine right now. And before I started healing, I was at 17.
Okay, because yeah, if you want, I think it would make sense for you to try to do lay on hands on Ladislas to see if you can get rid of their abilities.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I think try to keep your health close to half full so that when you heal, you'll be close to complete.
What?
You might get 1.
7.
Then roll 2d8.
Roll 2d8.
So wait, if it's a debility,
Oh wait, this is for a debility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I
you just
forgot
do
about that. Yes.
But you probably still have to roll because then, or do they take the debility on?
That's a good question. Let me check.
Ooh.
You're shaky now.
There.
no,
okay,
you're
wait,
shaky.
And you were shaky. And you were shaky.
or remove 1 disease. It doesn't say debility. But the damage or disease is transferred to you. Yes. If this was to remove a debility, then you would take it. So you have weak and shaky.
Yeah, I have weak and shaky.
Both you and Din didn't have that. So
Mm-hmm.
one of those.
I mean,
one is strength based and one is dexterity based.
You
Well,
probably need your strength more than I do.
That's
Who are you
interesting.
talking to?
I am talking to Brenner. Brenner probably needs their strength more than Ladislas needs their strength. So if you're going to remove an ability from me, it should definitely be the dexterity. And you have to take it. You should definitely take the dexterity one, I think.
sure, yeah, I'll do shaky.
Yeah, so you just get a
Okay.
-1 to dexterity stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, do you
Um,
want to keep trying to do stuff or?
By the way, that rest came in so much handy. I was at a 2, just to let you guys know.
So was Dowser was also pretty. Oh, I guess Brenner healed.
At 2, but now
That's
I'm, now, I'm, at- now I'm at full.
Brings
William, after we've taken this brief rest, I would love to, with Srogi, kind of start scouting ahead, because I'd like to at least get a sense of what giants, the two giants places have in store for us. And
Sure.
since Srogi knows this area well, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I will say the Giants Keep and the Giants Pass are like quite a distance. Like once you get to the other side of the river, it's still like 3 days. Like no, it's like 4 days travel through the mountains to get to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you'll be able to scout ahead to like the shore of
Sure.
the other side of the river. But other than that, like you won't get too much further.
Is this another like super wide river?
Yeah, it's the same river.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the same river. So the river like wraps around way and goes past the forest. And I mean, like if any of you know, I mean, Dowser probably would, but this river goes all the way to the south, like to the southern
Oh yeah,
city.
Dowser knows. Dowser's been
Sora.
all over this river.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but when it is no longer a river when it reaches that far. But
Gotcha. Yeah, then I would love to kind of scout ahead. And also, I kind of want to talk with Srogi about maybe like trying to get some help with this crossing. Because I know there are other eagles like him in these mountains.
oh
So
sure,
if we can kind of like work out something where they would be able to help us, I think that would be immensely useful.
cool. Yeah, I love that. Do you have some sort of a move for like, I don't know, like
This thing talker, right?
animal parlay?
Not really. I just have Spirit Tongue, which allows me to understand any animal native to my land or akin to one whose essence I have studied, both of which apply to Srogi and his kin.
Yeah, I'm less concerned about your communication with Srogi and more like what would the role look like for you getting Srogi to like basically get reinforcements that are all eagles.
I
Well, what
see.
you could, how you might justify this is with the command move, which works in junction with the animal companion. You would make a parlay by essentially having Srogi relay whatever
Are you
plea
talking
or
about parlay
communication.
relay?
Relay parlay, parlay relay. But yeah, so theoretically you could parlay by having Srogi be an intermediary, and then you'd add your cunning to your roll.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to send off Srogi to go do some collecting?
Yeah, I think I want to do that and discern realities for the other side of the river and do
Cool.
both of those. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to roll the parlay first. Okay. That is 2 6s. -1 +1.
Wait, no.
-1 +1.
Yeah.
I love that. Cool.
And
Cool.
then now I'm going to roll the discern realities for the other side of the river. And that is a 7. What is discern realities? Wisdom?
Yeah.
7 + 2, 9.
Okay, on a 7 to 9 for discern realities, you choose one from the list below. Do you have the list in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
I would like to ask, what should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah, I mean, like, people don't go through the mountains very much. So, like, the only people that would are, like, freaking metal and, like, really strong. So, if you essentially, like, moving forward from here, you should be on the lookout for, if it's animals, that'll be probably easier for you to handle. Just because you have a better way of communicating with them, and, like, they're probably not, I mean, they're, like, to the average group would be horrifying to encounter, like, a snow bear or something.
Sure.
But for you being a druid and, like, and as connected you are to nature and all of, like, these creatures and even, like, trees and stuff, and you should be fine. Plus, this is your terrain, right?
Yes,
Like,
it is.
This is your turf.
Yeah, this is my home turf. This in the forest.
So you're fine with that, but I, like, outright, if you run into any humanoid, it is probably horrible.
Let's go find a bear.
Those people, if anyone is, like, passing through the mountains, like, on their own or even in a group, like, they must be strong. And if anyone is doing it on their own, that's terrifying.
Okay, good to know. One last thing I would like to clarify in my message to Strogi. I don't want, like, a million of him to, like, descend on all of us. I more just want, like, as we're going through the mountains, if we're in trouble and there are other eagles nearby, that they would come to our aid.
Fly, you fools! That kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I love when Gambador said that, and exactly in that cadence too. Yes, absolutely.
Cool. So I return to the side of the ship and just land sort of ungracefully back at the stern of the ship and say, so Srogi is going on ahead to talk to some of his brethren. We should be careful in regards to anyone else we see in the mountains.
Well, you should be careful about talking to your brethren. You might turn them into a banana. Isn't that right, Din Din? And Rendell, like, almost, like, nudges you so hard you fall off the raft.
Yes. Don't do that.
Danielle, what are you up to?
I'm finishing the finishing touches on some stitches from that recovery. Because you know what? Sometimes you've got to know what to do yourself. And sometimes you've just been shanked with a broken glass bottle and you're 14 and in an alleyway and just figuring it out.
It's true. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
Dallas has been just, like, popping little fireballs to kind of heal himself up. And I would like to... Dazzle has, like, taken off his helmet and, like, was resting on him for a while. He was using it to play with the water, and it gave him an idea. And I would like to try to reform it, using handcrafted, where you can use your hands in place of tools and fire to craft metal objects. Mundane weapons, armor, and metal jewelry can all be formed from the rock and weapons. You okay, Merkel? The dice tray was relying on her weight, I think.
Oh, okay.
I want to try to form the helmet, if I can, into 2 metal feet, like shoes, basically. But they would be about the size of King Raquel's like ankles. Failing that, because it does say mundane weapons, armor, metal jewelry. Failing that, Dowser would like to make a prototype of one that a master blacksmith might be able to recreate.
Cool. Here's
an idea, Dowser.
Sorry?
If you forge the feet into separate parts, you could actually drive a bolt in where the ankle might be, so that way they have a little bit of mobility there. You kind of articulate the joints.
Please, I also would love your help. You've got, the brain for these things. Also just has the talent.
Well, here, let me sketch some things out. Would a visual help? Here.
Absolutely. Dowser has eyes. We'd love to see.
Okay, sorry, you want to roll aid?
Well, yeah. So Oh yeah, so it doesn't require a roll. It requires a roll to unmake the things without time and safety. But this is, I think there should be some kind of roll here because I'm trying to invent something basically.
Sure.
So maybe a like spout lore to try to like, because I'm kind of doing like mechanics, and I'm also going off of.
Well, we can just do a straight intelligence roll.
Cool.
Like just 2d6 plus like.
What about a wisdom to follow the diagrams that that Danielle's about to give
That would
me?
be intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay, cool. That's fine.
It would feel like an intelligence.
Wisdom is better for me than intelligence.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there a way? I mean, it just seems intelligence based.
Yeah,
to me.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like intelligence, or like maybe something for the actual crafting. which
Yeah,
would
like
be
dexterity
con,
or something.
that's how I do my flame stuff. But I'll just do intelligence. It feels like I'm trying to do a smart thing here.
Can I loan Dowser my intelligence since I'm drafting these?
Well, you can do aid.
All right, cool.
Yeah, aid.
Nice. That's a 10.
Cool. Because I got a 9.
I'm assuming our bond's at least +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is +1 with you. So that's a 9, bringing up to a 10.
Cool.
So and I mean, I guess this is defy danger.
No,
because,
it's just a flat roll.
Okay.
It's just flat.
Okay.
And this is to like kind of determine how successful you are. And you make like a very, very good like design for basically an essentially like a prototype for what you believe would work rather well for like a new limb.
Cool. Yeah, I think Dowser spends like, honestly, if he can, the entire boat ride working on it, even if he's done, just touching it up and also ignoring kind of what's happening.
Okay.
And so what you can also do here is if the part that actually goes around the leg, if you almost make it like a hollow basin, almost like a chalice that's elongated, that way it could fit the leg, have additional security there.
And the chalice and fitting legs and shoop. Yes, Dowser understands. He doesn't, but he is able to follow very well.
Brenner, what are you doing?
I think Brenner is knitting, and Ipsana, just verbally, and then also just having good old fashioned conversation with her.
Brenner,
What's up, Dad?
sorry, are you doing
sorry.
something, or
Get back to you in a
are
second.
you talking to your friend?
Yes, Ipsana.
I don't mean to interrupt anything, or did you want some bread? Maybe. I have bread.
I'm not hungry right now, thanks, Dad.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I would love some bread. Ipsana, Dad, it's so impolite to not accept food from Dad. Yes, I'll have some.
We could hear that. Sorry, it's a small raft.
I wanted to tell you.
Raft, honestly.
For a raft, whatever.
I wanted to say that it was reckless of you to come to the tower.
I know. Dad, I wanted to prove myself. I mean, I know I still have a lot to learn, and I am still very young, but I don't want to be seen as a burden. You know, I don't want to be the one that you're all trying to protect all the time. I wanted to prove myself that I can help. I can take care of all of you if needed. And I did. Didn't you see me, Dad?
They did.
You fought well.
I fought awesome.
They did.
Thanks, Danielle.
It was heroic.
Yes, it really was.
It was also reckless.
Yes, heroic. Kind of the same thing.
I believe that you have what it takes to defend your family.
I think so too. And it was kind of the first time I felt that way, and it felt good. I'm sorry that it worried you, and yes, it may have been a little reckless, but again, we're all here now. We're all together. We're all relatively healed, and all the way healed. relatively healed.
Hmm.
I'm fine.
You got quite the swing there.
I know. Who knew?
Hmm. Well, let's hope there's not much more we need to swing an axe at, but if it ever happens again,
Not too hard.
I'll be counting on you.
There will be more stuff. Just saying.
There will.
2 more cities, 3 more cities.
Possibly
All the
giants.
cultists, giants.
Unless,
Not to
you know,
mention-
we find another party who could finish the job for us. But
And what? Dowser joins them? Just leaves all you behind? That's not what I want to do.
I'll be putting you in a jar, Dowser.
Good luck!
You'll keep us warm at night, Dasser. You'll be like a little lamp.
Haha, funny.
Lando!
Yeah, you get pretty close to the shore, and Rendell eases you through the ice, like using their staff to break apart the ice as they're getting towards there, until the ice is too thick to like really break apart anymore. And then
Are you
the
sure I could help with that.
Oh, no, I insist. I you know your bread thing. Well, this is my thing, and if you insist on doing something for me, well, we're gonna have a little bit of a problem.
Dowser, could you just like melt that?
The raft violently just crashes into the ice that can't be broken anymore, and then Rendell's like, "Oh, okay, land ho, everybody off."
Searching through my memories of past lives and my knowledge of Novre now, would I be more likely to find a master blacksmith in Novre or in Way?
Novre.
Cool. Then Dowser gets off the boat and does not look back at Rendell.
As Brenner gets off the boat, they hand Rendell a scarf that they just finished.
Mm-hmm.
I know it can get chilly up here. I mean, I don't know, but it already feels pretty chilly.
Yeah, you will know.
Yes.
It's very cold. And in fact, all of you, as soon as you step off and you get like to this side of the river, it is like significantly colder.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, that was a friend of mine.
Mine too.
Well, that's what you say.
Well, that's what you say.
That is what Dowser says.
That's what I say.
Well, we both said it.
Well, then I guess that makes us friends.
No.
Honestly, it feels kind of nice.
Oh, glad it feels nice to you. You're practically made of snow. You could be made of snow if you wanted to be. Dowser is fire.
Hmm. Thank you,
Lad
Rendell.
kind of like bundles Dowser in his wings.
Please.
Aw.
Dowser, who, if I remember right, is wearing both his coat and also Lad's coat, because
Yeah,
Lad is
yeah.
a bird right now. So he's wearing his coat under Lad's wings and still chittering.
Okay, I know I'm normally more I won't lie, I'm more of a summer Eladrin than a winter Eladrin.
Yes, come on, it's a little better.
Can Brenner go into their pack and just, oh, it's a good thing I made all these extras.
Extra scarves.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
these
fine.
extra scarves. Out. No, Dowser.
But look
Share.
at me.
You're already wearing 2 coats, Dowser. Everyone gets their own scarf.
Well,
Dowser
that-
can have mine.
That's nothing like the other salamander that was up
I
here.
take
That
a lot
was
of
Lupe.
classes.
My friend Lupe, have I told you about her? She wore like 6, 7, 8 coats when she went up north.
Dowser turns back to Rendell and says, "You don't want to talk about Lupe anymore. You didn't mean that." And I want to roll. I want to roll. You know the one.
Yeah.
I have to say what it's called. Firebrand.
Firebrand.
Classic Dowser.
Classic Dowser.
That is an 8 plus. I think that's plus 2. Yes, 10. So, they believe it to be their own idea and take to it with fervor.
Oh yeah. All right. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Have a safe trip.
Wow.
Thank
I-
you, Rendell.
At the end there. Probably
I'll
nothing.
keep my eye out for a pair.
And a banana.
And an orange.
Okay, but I mean, just so you know, the pear and the orange, they're nice. But if you do encounter an unfriendly banana, you might just want to get out of there. Bye.
Bye.
And Rendell coasts away.
Cool.
I swear to God, if I am killed by a banana, just tell them I
Just kill
disappeared
you.
under mysterious circumstances.
Dowser takes a moment, puts a hand on Daniel's shoulder, and looks deep into his eyes, and then squints a little bit and says, "You will be fine." And Dowser is attempting to make it seem as though he does not believe Daniel will be fine and saw something in his eyes, but is outwardly actually got nothing, right? Isn't actually doing any magic stuff, but is basically playing off that he is pretending Daniel will be fine while knowing Daniel will not and will die to a banana. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
Do you want to roll?
Well, hang on. I just want to know which level is Danail perceiving. So Danail thinks you're lying to comfort Danail?
Exactly.
Okay.
Daniel thinks that Dowser is lying about Daniel being okay. Yeah.
Right.
So just to make this clear, Jonas is performing as
Lad turns to the group and says, if it's all right with everyone, I think I'm going to be using she, her for a while.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. That makes one person we know, only one person we know or have heard of that is she, her. Okay? Just the one. That's it.
What about Lupe though? Yeah, you hearing Ipsana. I mean, that person was like just talking about Lupe.
What about Lupe?
Oh, they said they didn't mean that.
Oh, but Ipsana's asking.
Well, you can't trust Ipsana. I told you, Dad. I told you.
Wait a minute. And actually, Brenner does take a moment. They kind of put their hands out and they say, "Okay, I don't know if this has just been an ongoing joke, but if you trust me, you can trust Ipsana. Okay?" And Brenner's is looking around the circle at everyone.
Is
okay.
Ipsana here right now?
Oh, Ipsana is always with me.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
She says hi.
Nice to meet you. I am Din Din. Am I shaking Ipsana's hand right now?
No, you're just shaking the air.
Try to tell your dad that I don't exist corporally. I'm genuinely just inside of your mind, like and with your spirit.
Yeah, so Ipsana lives inside my mind. She isn't tangible.
Do I shake your head?
No, you don't do anything. I mean, because Ipsana can hear you. You just can't hear Ipsana. So
Okay.
Although I will say, if somewhere down the line I get a little bit more power and like your family wants to kind of join as like one of the disciples of Ipsana, I'm not gonna say no. In fact, like family discount, right?
Anyway, it's very nice to meet you all, she says.
It's just you and me forever.
I don't want to share you.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? Because I mean, because right now I'm like sort of deity in training, and like that's super great, and like you're like the best disciple I could have gotten, honestly. Like I couldn't think of anyone else. But
would she like some bread?
Say yes, even though I don't eat, and then you eat it, Brenner, and then you eat just a little bit, please. I can't say no. I know your dad's rule.
I know. Okay. She'd love some, Dad. I'm gonna take a bite for her. It's so good, she says.
As you pull your mouth away from the bread, you see Dowser standing right in front of you. His face like obscured by the bread.
Oh, hey, Dowser.
Brenner,
yes.
Will you ask your god friend? Ask her what she knows of the flame, the eternal flame. You know, the one that we all came from. Well, ask her what she knows about it.
The eternal flame. Okay. So like the eternal flame of like the Dowsers, like also like essentially, as far as the way that I know it, is also where the deities came from.
She says it's, as far as she knows, it's also where the deities came from.
Dowser's eyes light up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like at least like there's always some sort of like a light or something involved. You know what I mean? And like some people say that that light came from like a source of like a flame, like an eternal flame, and some people just say like, no, it's just yeah, you know, like when you're a baby and you open your eyes for the first time and like you see light, or like when you're in a dark cave and you come out for the first time and your eyes need to adjust, so you just see like a bunch of light. It's basically like a revelation, a reveal. So it's not that that you beings and deities never it didn't exist and then that we did. It's that you and us always existed and then were revealed by the light or the eternal flame or something like that.
Ooh, Dowser, yeah, you and Ipsana would get along very well. She's basically saying that we've existed together, and the flame kind of just revealed both of us living in existence, but maybe just on different planes.
Well, we are all just aspects of the flame. We are like its tendrils and its light.
Yeah.
She said that?
Yes.
You haven't been reading Dowser's diary.
No.
Dowser squints. Maybe Ipsana can be trusted more than some people around here like to make us think.
Of course. It's worthy.
Okay, well, thank you, Ipsana. I am glad my sibling has you.
Hey, William?
Tell Dowser thank you. You're
She
welcome.
says thank you.
I don't know.
Oh, please, Dowser.
Yes, Sam.
While this is going on, is it okay if I am looking around for footprints or signs of human activity? Or not human, but
Just footprints of whatever.
yeah, of anyone. I want to see if anyone's been through the mountains recently, or been this way rather. So I'm going to discern realities. That is a 6 and a 4 plus 2, an unnatural 12.
Okay, cool. What are your questions?
Okay, 3 questions. So, definitely, what happened here recently?
You find footprints. It's just one set of footprints.
Okay. How fresh are they?
Pretty fresh. If like probably came through here. I mean, there's still a light snowfall, so like the footprints are being sort of filled in, but probably came through here 4 to 5 hours before you all did.
Okay.
Maybe even like less, honestly, like 2 to 3 hours, something like that.
Cool. What here is useful or valuable to me?
The things that are useful or valuable to you are, I think keeping an eye on the sky is the only thing that I can think of. But as far as like, there are no trees over here. This is all just like, this is completely like now mountainous like ranges. Like, it's hilly, mountainous. The mountains are huge too. So you're, but there is what you are seeing, is a clear, just almost like you are at the bottom of a canyon.
Mm-hmm.
But like the top of the canyon is all the tops of these mountains. So, and it is just a pass that goes through these mountains. And you could, climb up and down like all of these mountains and take a different path or whatever. But this is generally the path that people take because it is the easiest.
Okay.
But it is also, people know it is the only path that people take. So it could also be a way for someone to get an advantage on someone or something like that. Yeah.
Sure. Then I'm going to make my last question. What is about to happen? Like specifically, does it seem like there is a particular point that is like vulnerable to someone trying to attack us or like ambush us or...
No, nothing in particular. And in fact, as far as like what is about to happen, nothing.
Okay.
Like
Great.
It is barren. There doesn't seem to be anything. I mean, like it's so cold that even like animals don't necessarily do well out here for very long. They probably they get into their cave, they come out and like find food, get it and bring it back. Foxes like dig themselves into holes in the ground, that kind of thing. So.
Okay. Then I think Lass points out the footsteps, and she says, "Let's be on the lookout, but I think we're okay for now." And then she launches herself into the air and begins to sort of like circle above the group.
I also think we should all run to Novre. Threefold, 3 reasons. 1, we need our exercise to fight all of these cultists and whoever. 2, we will get there faster. And 3, it will keep our body heat up. That one's mostly for me.
Could we do a hurried walk?
Well,
I've got fresh
You hurry
stitches.
walk.
Can we call it a light jog?
if you like jog and douse runs, we'll be at about the same pace.
Everyone, I want to do undertake a perilous journey, if you wouldn't mind.
What is this?
Nice.
So when you travel through hostile territory, choose one member of the party to act as trailblazer, one to scout ahead, and one to be quartermaster.
Trailblazer, you say?
If you don't have enough party members, each character with a job to do rolls plus wisdom. On a 10 plus, the quartermaster reduces the number of rations required by 1. On a 10 plus, the trailblazer reduces the amount of time it takes to reach your destination. And on a 10 plus, the scout will spot any trouble quick enough to let you get the drop on it.
This was not my intention, but with what I just said, I think it makes sense that Dowser rules the trailblazer, because that's literally what I'm pushing us to do, is to get there faster.
I feel like you trailblazer, Ladislaw scout.
I was just going to suggest the same.
Din quartermaster.
Din quartermaster.
Bread.
Hey,
Didn't you got that bread?
It is
William,
Yeah, what's up?
I would like to argue that I should roll the scout at advantage because I found those footsteps, and so would be on the lookout for anyone that was ahead of us.
Oh yeah, you have a +1.
Oh,
For-
cool.
You're
Okay.
acting on your answers.
You're acting on your discern realities.
Nice.
So you
Okay.
get a point from that.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
I got a 7 exactly.
Cool.
7.
That is an 11.
What do you add for discern realities? Is that
Wisdom.
a wisdom? And
Oh,
mine
discern
was
realities. It's undertake a
the-
perilous journey, but you add wisdom. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 10.
10. So a 10,
So
11.
much bread.
Cool. Yeah, so you reduce the amount of rations required by 1. So you're all rationing your food very well. Like,
Cool. We
you're-
were at 4 rations last week. Checked in on it.
yeah, so you're not at this rate. It seems like you are not going to run out of food in the middle of the mountains, which could be bad.
Mhm.
But you like your father, Din, is taking very good care of like making sure people are getting enough food, but not so much that you'd run out before you reach Novre. Your scout, Ladislaus, we'll get to you last because there is something that's
Okay.
going to come from that. And on a 7 and 9, rolls perform their job as expected. The normal number of rations are consumed. The journey takes about as long as expected. No one gets a drop on you. So it's
Dowser was
taking
right. If everyone else jogs and he runs, they'll be at a reasonable pace.
Yeah. So you take you go about like the amount you would have gone anyway. You're not getting anywhere any faster. I mean, Danae needs to take time from the stitches. Din wants to do a light jog. Yeah.
And we have to take breaks because we're running.
Yeah. So you're all going for a while, for a bit, and you come across this just like a piece of the mountain on the to your right, like almost like a billboard. But it's like carved into like this snowy mountainside, and the carving just says Giant's Keep. And you're coming up these huge, like these enormous stone arches that like look very like almost naturally there, but someone had to have either carved that or like built that. And you can continue forward, and the mountains actually start like squeezing in as these arches like go from larger to smaller to smaller to smaller. You are moving forward for a considerable amount of time later, to the point where the mountains get like so confined by these arches that you are actually moving in nearly single file until Ladislaus, and you can fly above the arches and you're fine. Like on the ground, it's just like really tight. But Ladislaus, from your position, you see ahead of you an extreme drop off of a cliffside, a valley with huge stone pillars leading from one side to the other. Not straight across, but like staggered. And in the middle, on a slightly larger platform, about 15 feet by 15, we lost Chris.
Dad, no.
He fell into the pit.
15 to 15. Yeah, so like a 15 diameter, foot diameter is what I want to say.
Uh-huh.
On that pillar, you see just this very large, hulking humanoid that is holding a huge axe. Like it is, the axe head is the size of this creature's body.
Damn.
And you can see them just like have it like sloughed over their shoulder, just standing there. This chilling cold breeze from the split in the valley that is letting all of the wind through in this one basically like perpendicular tunnel is cutting at them. They are wearing only a loincloth. And that is what you see.
Ladislaus gives the whistle that they have that she has established with the rest of the party means like stop or something's ahead. And then I would kind of like to
Hold up.
dive. I'd like to dive down towards this figure, but I don't want to get close enough that they could hit me with their axe.
Yeah, you dive. You dive pretty close, and you can see their eyes like kind of fixated on you.
Okay.
Their body doesn't move, but the eyes are like tracking your movement.
Okay. I kind of picture that I'm circling above their head, and from above I say, "Hello there."
Their eyes like widen extremely, and the axe comes off of the shoulder.
I mean you no harm. My family and I are trying to pass through here.
And
We would
they
appreciate
the axe back and whip it like a boomerang at you. Defy danger.
Yikes. I'm glad I got rid of the defy danger dexterity because I feel like that's what I'm gonna need to do here. Okay, cool.
I'm glad you got rid of that giant axe.
Yeah, exactly.
You think it's gonna just fall to the ground and stay there?
That is a 7 plus nothing.
7 plus nothing.
Yeah.
So what happens? You're not going to get hit by this.
Mm-hmm.
But the force of this boomerang, like blasting just past you as you flap your way out of its direction. The force of the wind, especially from this valley, just catches you and throws you completely off of your flight, and you lose your flight for a moment, just enough to like send you plummeting down past this person, and is starting to fall like further and further into the valley.
Do we need to roll to see how much of this we're able to see after she tells us to stop?
I think you can all like come up on it and you can start seeing it at this point. If you want to just like hide yourself or something, tell me now, like what you want to do. But like you're seeing a little bit of it. It's like a speck a little in the distance. You can see the speck standing on the pillar. You could see the speck throw a wildly large thing at your sibling, and then she fell out of the sky.
Also, Lassa's being extremely like Lassa's like shouting down, so they would probably be able to hear her call.
Mm-hmm. I would like to think back to my past lives and roll spout lore. That's plus intelligence, right?
Spout lore is plus intelligence.
Yes. That is a 9. The 9.
A 7 and 9, the
Mhm.
GM will only tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful.
Cool. So yeah, basically, let me tell you what I'm pulling from. So Dowser the Small, who famously befriended the Giants of Giants Pass at one point, which I will leave you to determine how long ago that was, depending how long it's been here. I'm trying to mostly think about like if he saw something like this or encountered, either this trench or somebody with a big axe in the middle of it. Anything from Dowser the Small's story.
Too small to be a giant, too big to be a human.
Dowser calls out, "No, we do not mean harm. Dowser is who you look at, and we are friends."
And you see this axe fling back at this creature with extreme force. Oh, and they dig into the ground as it like hits them full bodied, and they stop it without like skidding or anything. And then they turn their attention towards you, wheeled back.
No.
Shoot the boomerang axe forward at all of you.
Come on.
I need everyone to defy danger.
I would like to. How deep is this snow that we're standing on, if I can get a sense of it?
The further north you're getting, it's probably about like 2 feet deep now.
Perfect. I would like to roll, Constitution to do my like flame summoning and basically melt the snow beneath me so I can just dip straight down into it.
That works for me.
Nice. 10 plus 2, 12.
Oh no.
If I can with that, just like cover myself at the end. I hate it, but it's what must be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I got a 9 strength.
9 strength. Okay.
Are you just gonna catch it?
If I can, if I'm allowed to, or Constitution is higher actually, but I don't think I could reason Constitution on that.
By enduring, that's
I would reason Constitution. I would reason Constitution or Strength for that.
Yeah.
Let's make it cool. Let's do Constitution. Let's make it
a Constitution of. So you.
So what you're trying to do?
What is your What does your number end up being with Constitution?
11.
Okay, nobody else has to roll defy danger.
I was in front, so it makes sense that I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me what happens, Din Din.
Well, the coolest thing I can think of is it tumbles toward my family, and then I catch it.
The axe that is like flipping violently towards you, like hits your hand, your open palm, with so much force that all of the snow surrounding you and your family and on the ground blasts back in a blizzard, and you are now no longer even like standing in snow. It is just ground, and you see like a little like flower that's been surviving in the snow, and it's just like underneath it, and it's
just fully exposed, just looking left and right, like what happened?
And you feel like your arm like vibrating from the tension of catching this much of a force.
Like trailing back, right? Like I get pushed.
Yeah, you get pushed back a little bit. You're like your heels like skid on the ground.
Very anime.
And the person over on that pillar just starts bounding towards you, jumping from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar, and you hear, "That was a good catch."
I'm guessing you don't want any bread.
And next time on Hijinks and Dungeon.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
See, this is great because it's obviously like you're referencing the earlier episode, but this is a giant type person, and Franny had just said fee fi fo fum, so it's very there's a lot of layers. I love it. I love you all.
Great. Well, if this is your first time joining us, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. All of the previous episodes for this arc, for this campaign, all the previous episodes for this campaign are.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh my god.
Typo thumb. I spill the blood of Lucky Baggy.
Are on the
Okay.
on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. And if you go back through all of that and you watch all that and you love it and you leave comments and you're like, oh my gosh, I love your chemistry so much, then luckily for you, we also have 50 other episodes of our first like continuous campaign that we will return to eventually. That is using the Kids on Bikes system. I missed everything.
Sorry you didn't heard us in
no.
chat.
Oh no.
Well, it will be a VOD. It
will be a VOD.
/Dunjinx.
Yes. bit.ly/Dunjinx. Capital D, lowercase UNJINKS. Check it out on YouTube. Yeah. Hell yeah, and leave comments there. And I love to see them. I love to respond to them. It's all wonderful. But yeah, check that out. Check out our other continuous campaign of 50 episodes backlogged. That's using the Kids on Bikes system. It's like Stranger Things tabletop kind of thing. That's really fun. I love that campaign so much. We've done like a really like lot of super fun and just powerful work with that campaign.
It is like I would say if you enjoy the kind of stuff we're doing with this, we were able to get into a lot more meat in that story. Like we're definitely getting a lot of stuff here, but like we for many reasons we're able to like just get a lot deeper into the characters and what we were doing. So if you enjoy the goofiness but also the tender moments that we have here, all of that is turned up to 11 on that series.
Yeah, so check that out. We do this every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So I hope to catch you here next week or whenever you can. Please tell your friends about this. Like tweet about us, tweet about it, and add us. But don't put the ad at the beginning of the tweet, because if you do that, then only the people who follow that person and you will see the tweet. So if you're going to do that, put a period and then at @HandleStream,
and everyone can see it.
Thanks for the stream. Everyone has great characters. Thank you, Wolf Spider.
Thank you, Wolf Spider.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Supporting and hanging.
They do all have really great characters. I love them so much. Cool. So yeah, tweet about us. We have an Instagram as well. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram @HandleStream. And yeah, we hope to hear from you. It was really great to have you here. And hopefully we'll see you around again. Cool. Sweet. Well, I'm William, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram @KWilliamWhite. I'm also in a band called Glass Beach with Jonas. I play drums. Jonas plays bass. You can follow that @Glass Beach Band on Twitter and Instagram. We just hit 5,000 followers, so that was cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really great. Right now we're doing a shirt for charity. We have charity merch right now. So if you buy the shirt, all of the proceeds, everything, all of the proceeds,
not after printing, but all the money that is gone into to buy the shirts.
We're eating the cost of the printing and donating everything to an organization called Black and Pink. They're a wonderful organization that works with Black queer people in the prison system. It's an abolitionist organization. One of their programs, you can become a pen pal with incarcerated people, or you can you can donate books, and like there's a book program for getting it's a book club with prisoners to give them literature and things to read while they are incarcerated. And they do a whole lot of other stuff, and it's really an amazing organization. So I would say check it out on your own anyway, like Black and Pink org. But right now, if you go to our Twitter @GlassBeachBand, our pinned tweet has the shirt design, and if you buy that, all of the money is going to Black and Pink.
Yeah, we have we're doing pre-sales for 2 more days, right? Or was tomorrow the last day?
2 more days.
2 more days. So you have tomorrow and Thursday to pre-order. We have 62 pre-orders already. We're only going to be printing as many are ordered here. At least look at the design, because it is beautiful. It is the cuttlefish from our album cover with basically a sign that says "Abolish the Police." So if you like great looking art and you like the statement "Abolish the Police," which I would hope that you do, and if not, look at the stuff that William and I are retweeting and talk to us about it. But just check that out, see if it's something that you have the means to and interest in supporting, because we want to get that money there and we want to get these shirts on to people.
Yeah, and the artist who made the design is Nico Chang, and that's on Instagram @Nico NIKO .CHANG. Yeah. So thank her, follow her. I think her Instagram is like private, but you can you can follow and then she'll approve it maybe, and but her art is amazing. So check that out. And the last thing I want to say with my time is just there's been a lot of reopenings of like cities and counties and states, and all of them are going poorly. And
who would have thunk it?
And I just want to say, if you're someone who goes like, oh well, they reopened, so it's okay to go do something, please try to like subdue that feeling, and just like, even if something is open, don't go.
Yeah,
like,
it's not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe, and also it's like putting a lot of other people in danger, like servers and hosts and cooks and stuff, and like restaurants and everything. It's just it's so unfortunate that, I mean, it outright just is horrible, and it sucks that these businesses keep getting just tossed around like a rag doll by our government, and like they're not getting the support that they need, so they feel the need to reopen. And if they don't reopen, they'll go out of business. But because they like prepare to reopen, and then they reopen for a little while, and then the coronavirus spikes, and then they're forced to close again. I mean, they spend a lot of money reopening, a lot of money getting like new food and all of this stuff, and it's just they're in such a horrible position, and I feel for them. But at the same time, like, you have to like be careful, because I'm literally seeing friends of friends having family members die like every day on Twitter. Just yesterday, like a friend of a friend died. And so it is like very real to me, and maybe some people aren't seeing it as much as I am, but I am seeing people die every day from this. So please be careful.
Yeah, we were at the point, to transition to my time, if that's okay.
Yes.
We were at the point where like the death toll and the the having the illness like number, those numbers are getting so big, they are for sure past the point that we can like with our human faculties process other than like as numbers. So like just try to remember that each number is a person, and that is why we want the numbers small, not because of other numbers, but because of people and because of lives that are being lost. So do your part as much as you can to limit that. And I'm on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse, and I'm in Glass Beach, like William said. Find stuff there.
Hi, I am Spencer Lavelle. I've been playing to nail. You can find me on Twitter at Spabelvo. You can find me on Instagram at Splubble, which is spelled like bubble with a spla, SPLUBBLE. And I just want to tag on that it's very easy to numerify deaths and just be like that, but it should also be pointed out that we factually do not know the extent of the damage caused by the virus, and that for every one person, if we can look and be like, oh, it's a 1% death rate, but there's also like a 30 to 40% rate of like permanent lung damage, permanent cardiovascular damage to the heart, even permanent neurological damage to the brain. So there's more than just, oh yeah, they died. It's not a binary like that. And even if there's no permanent damage, I have friends who've had it. It's not a fun time. I yield my time.
Well, our very own Patrick Vest, who played Patrick Fox,
cast member,
had coronavirus, and still like it was like 3 months ago, and he still says that he has a hard time breathing.
Yep. It and like I think to Spencer's point, like we don't know how bad that is. There's stuff we don't know yet, so assume the worst, unfortunately.
There is plenty of data that looks like coronavirus, even for those who have mild cases or who survive relatively unscathed as compared to the folks who have died, may turn into something like a long-term pre-existing condition that you just might be dealing with the rest of your life. So really, really be careful. Please be safe. Wear a mask. Obviously, if you're not doing that, you start with that. Please start with that. Real quick, sorry, I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at Laggardson, LAGGARDSON. I want to speak to something a little bit more positive. There's been a couple of people that have found Monster of the Week in the last week or so and have been catching up. specifically L McKill on Twitter and someone who made a Twitter account specifically to tweet at us about that show. Confused Daddy-O on Twitter.
That's a great
Which is great. They have both caught up on the show as a whole and were tweeting how much they enjoyed it. I'm really, really proud of that show. If you don't know, it was a 5-arc game using the Monster of the Week system that I played right here on QueueTimes that can be found on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. There's only 15 episodes. It was William, Jonas, and our good friend Sammy with myself DMing. And yeah, it really I think especially right now we live in an era of like extremely bad news. Oftentimes I open Twitter and like it's people dying or news about the election or news about, someone being stripped of their rights or killed in the street. All of those things are and need to be the focus of the conversation right now. But I have to say the little bits of commonality and like humanity that are peeking through, specifically in just relation to those people catching up on that show, really mean a lot to me personally. So yeah, if you like a streamer, if you like a podcaster, if you like a novelist or an artist or anything like that, I think it's especially important right now to reach out to those people to say, hey, I love your work. This really means a lot to me. And please continue doing what you're doing. Because I think a lot of them are in, a similar position to the rest of us, where we are all sort of under a deluge of terrible news 24 hours a day. So I don't know. I just found that really, really amazing. And yeah, reach out to those people and tell them that you appreciate them. That's all. Thanks.
I've been Franny, plain Brenner, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JUST_FRANNIEK. And I think these folks pretty much say all the things much more articulately than I could. That's all I got.
And I've been Chris Taniguchi playing Din. If you like what I do, you can find my stuff at Tanamato. Yeah, I don't have anything to add. I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe. Be kind. Yeah.
Cool. Well, again, we do this every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So if you enjoyed this, I hope to see you every other Tuesday or whenever you can. Cool. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.